Man cave. It's night out. I got KTMs outside because I got some workers doing some concrete work. Well, let's go in this way. It's really cold. We're going to be doing some work on this 6-day. So it's a 300 XCW. I got some heaters because it's really cold outside. So when you're going to be hearing all these little blower noises, I actually have 3 heaters going. And there's number 2, there's number 3. So let's look at this. I picked this up last week in the middle of a snowstorm. And I bought some Farcold at the dealer, which is Elite Motorsports, did not put on for me. So we're gonna do that. So what they did, they took this enduro, pure enduro motorcycle, which is a 2-stroke. You'll see it's got some temporary tags, and they took the light that's under here, which has 2 bulbs, tied it into a hydraulic switch for the rear brake. So when you press on that, the tail light goes on. Right, enduros already have a headlight, right? So what they need to do is add a mirror, make it street legal, add a horn, and that's about it. So, but in order to ride the trails around Colorado, they took off this exhaust system, special edition, because it's a flow-through exhaust. There's no spark arrestor in it, and they replaced it with this KTM Power Parts, which is an OEM of FMF. Never had one of these mufflers on my other bikes. So it's just a silencer, but it has a spark arrestor in it that's forestry approved. And I'm not too sure if that says anywhere, but you'd think it would. Otherwise, why do I have it? So, I think, as far as what I wanted to put on there, one thing they did for me, 2 things, is they did 2 turns. They rotated this down twice. That's what that little black mark was. You loosen this screw up, and then you can turn this down to compress the spring for my additional weight. These are set up for 180 pounds. And then, let me think. That's about it. If I think of something, I'll mention it. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I got some stuff over here. Let's start with the easy part. Oh, let me see. Oh, you see this little piece of the hose clamp? What that was on was right under here. This was sticking out, and it looked like kind of getting in the way. So I took a pair of sheet metal shears and I cut that off, and then I safety wired it down so it wouldn't stick out. So what I'm going to do next is so we cut that off. I'm going to take these speed bleed valves. I've got these on my 500, and what they do, they replace this little screw right here. So right there and right there. And when you're out riding around and you're changing elevation, they'll equalize whatever altitude pressure you currently happen to be at. So let me undo that. Looks like it comes with a little wrench of some sort. So small you can lose it in a hurry. Come on, you. There we go. Just take these things out. Hopefully I won't lose them in my hand. And we'll put the screws back in that bag. So let me find a screwdriver. So all I do is just take that screw out. It comes out real easy. Okay, pretty small. Let's put that in the bag. Let's take this one out. Pretty easy to do. I'm doing this now because I have to put on a bark buster and it might get in the way. So let me put that back here. Still see what's happening. Put that back in the bag. I don't know if I ever need to save this because most likely it's going to stay with the bike. All of these things are $40, so you might want to move them from bike to bike if you're going to sell it. Alright, so this does have a little O-ring on it. So right now it's hand tightened. Let me get the wrench. I don't have my specs on, so hold on a second, guys. Need to put some reading glasses on. Okay. Where are the flats? Okay, they're right here up here at the top. How convenient. So it appears the only thing we need to do is compress the O-ring. There we go. Alright, so the idea is that when you change altitude before you start riding, push this button down, the air in the fork equalizes to the outside ambient pressure, and that way if you change a really big change in altitude, like you go from 10,000 feet down to 3,000 feet and you got lots of pressure, you might blow out your seals in your fork. So we don't want that to happen. Besides, it's orange. Actually, it kind of looks, now that I got my glasses on, it actually looks like there's a another O-ring. Yep. Okay, so there's two O-rings. I need to go back and change the other one out. Let me put this right here. You don't want O-ring after O-ring on top of your pressure relief valve. So I didn't see that because I'd already started screwing it in before I did the other one, so I got to go back and do that. Hold on. There you go. Just tuck this one down. Okay, nice and snug. That moves up and down. Let's go to the other side. What's interesting on my videos, you always get to see the mistakes I make. So by the time you guys get around to do this, you just go straight to doing it the right way. Oh, I'm just turning a little orange cap. Hold on. There you go, come on. No. There we go. So see, I got 2 O-rings. We don't want that, do we? Let's put the screw O-ring back there. And I just dropped my new part. There it is. Right here. So I think if I traded this in on another mountain bike, I'll take these things off. There you go. Pretty cool forks. There are these 4CS forks, WP suspension. It's more fork than I need. Come on. This little red knob is kind of getting in the way. So I have to do these little smaller increments. Once I get it turned, I can't take it back off again. So one little thing at a time. Here we go. Okay, so there's the flathead screws that come. Oh. Actually, I had a guy on one of my videos say, even though I was dropping things, because I'm holding the camera with one hand and trying to show you the work, he really appreciated that, because then he could actually see the close-ups and understood what it is I was doing. So that encouraged me to keep on going. So I'm going to now put this whole thing back in here, because it's going to be easier to find at a later date, and I'll put it in with all the other parts I take off of stuff. So you can get these things all KTM, Husqvarna through 2016. 4CS fork cap. Interesting. Alright, first task out of the way, and we'll just put that over here. This is kind of a cool sticker. I got this at the last KTM Orange event. Oh, and here's a little Adventure Rally sticker. Maybe I can find a place to put that on here, although it hasn't made it yet. Alright, so the next thing let's take a peek at is putting on my Center Reach Mount Pro Bend CRM Bark Busters